justice. It doesn't matter. Martin Luther King. Content of character, not the color of skin. It doesn't matter what color someone's skin is. This is an injustice. Why would Barack Obama want to side with the Black Panthers, who were clearly intimidating voters?
So, intimidating voters is obviously a crime. Intimidating voters with a weapon is even more of a crime. Intimidating voters with a weapon because of the color of their skin is obviously a federal crime. You saw that tape. Why wouldn't the federal government prosecute those? What other radical groups are in tight with this administration?
Let's look at the circle of influence of this president. Everybody knows about Acorn, right? Acorn. How do they get things done? Well, they intimidate. This is why our banks were in so much trouble. They intimidated the banks. The same kind of intimidation that was happening here with the Black Panthers. Now, the president has made it clear that he is walking in lockstep with Acorn. Watch.
And I definitely welcome Acorn's input. You don't have to ask me about that. I'm going to call you, even if you didn't ask.
Okay. So, remember Bertha Lewis. She has upped the ante here recently. This is what she said in a speech.
It is going to dwarf the internments during World War II. They are coming, and they are coming after you.
Okay. Small government people, like Tea Party people, are coming after an intern like World War II, which was a progressive president. World War II, FDR interned Japanese, Germans, and Italians. In World War I, the king of progressives, Woodrow Wilson, interned Germans. Okay, so the progressives did that. But she's now whipping people up. Nancy Pelosi, where are you on this one? They're coming to intern people. Really? That would incite violence, I would think. All right, the president has also made it clear how he feels with SEIU, who also deals in intimidation. Here's SEIU. Remember, they have not hesitated to use intimidation. Oh, here he is.
Imagine what we could do together. Imagine having a president whose life work was your work.
Okay, so there he is. We all know he's in bed with SEIU. Not hesitated, SEIU, to use intimidation and violence. Then you have the hiring of Van Jones. Now, I want to show this to you because you got to remember, Valerie Jarrett is like a sister to the president. This is what she said when they hired Van Jones. It's important you understand they knew exactly who he was.
Van Jones, we were so delighted to be able to recruit him into the White House. We've been watching him really he's not that old, for as long as he's been active out in Oakland.
Okay, as long as he's been active out in Oakland. Van Jones, who was he when he was active in Oakland, California? Well, a communist. He was also the head of the Ella Baker Center. He started also the Communist Storm organization. I've asked you to please get this manual. It's available at glennbeck.com. It's free. Just read it, please. This is what his manual stated. Revolutionaries need to be militant in street actions. As leaders in the fight for liberation, we should be role models of fearlessness before the state and the oppressor. They also said marches were to be militant and confrontational, regularly defying police commands and occasionally plunging through police lines and barricades. Got it? Militant intimidation. Militant intimidation. Militant intimidation. Militant intimidation. The president has no problem associating with militants who intimidate.
Militant intimidation can sometimes be taken to the next level. Terrorism. That's where Bill Ayers of the Weather Underground comes in. We'll trace his ties to the president and more next.
Our economy's hurting, but some senators want to weaken an industry creating jobs. America's energy industry supports 9 million jobs, but Congress may double tax U.S. energy companies, helping foreign companies owned by China and Venezuela, even BP. New taxes will raise your gas prices, make us more dependent on foreign oil, and cost 600,000 American jobs. Tell Congress BP doesn't deserve a handout. no new energy taxes.
The economic crisis was a result of risky lending and easy money. That caused overinflated values in the real estate market. And those same banks and brokerage firms that created those risky mortgages are the ones that received a massive taxpayer bailout. So it should be no surprise that the U.S. dollar continues to be a bunch of hot air. In fact,